Hey, what's up guys? Today we're working on Love on Display by Guy Sebastian. Now this song basically just has the same chord progression going throughout the whole thing. What you really need to do is just change the dynamics to differentiate between the verse and the chorus. So for the purpose of this lesson, I'm going to split this chord progression in half. And the first half sounds like this. So starting off with an E chord. So your first finger on the 3rd string, the 1st fret, second finger up on the 5th string in the 2nd fret, and then your 3rd finger on the 4th string in the 2nd fret. And I'm finger picking this, so you can definitely strum it as well if you choose to do that. I'm finger picking just because it gives me more control. So I'm plucking the 6th string with my thumb, the 4th string with my 1st finger, and then the 3rd string with my 2nd finger. Then what I'm doing is I'm keeping that down and just adding my 4th finger onto the 2nd fret on the 3rd string. And just hitting that one string, or you can hit all 3 strings again. And then I'm just hitting the open 2nd string. Then we move to an A. So for this particular song, I find it easiest just to actually use my 1st finger and bar the 4th, 3rd and 2nd strings on the 2nd fret to make that A. Now this one does have a few bar chords in it, so if you're not super comfortable with bar chords, or you've never played bar chords before, make sure to watch my bar chords video, which I'll pop up here and I'll also pop in the description below. So just barring the 4th, 3rd and 2nd strings on that 2nd fret, and then I'm using my thumb on the 5th string, 1st finger on the 4th string, 2nd finger on the 3rd string, and actually going all the way to the 2nd string this time, and use my 3rd finger for that. Now you can also just do traditional A chord, so your 1st finger on the 4th string, 2nd finger on the 3rd string, and then your 3rd finger on the 2nd string, all on the 2nd fret. Now we go back to an E again. And then to a B. So we're going to do a bar chord here, so barring that entire 2nd fret with your 1st finger. Now the way I do this is I use my 3rd finger to bar the 4th, 3rd and 2nd strings there. Now we're not going to be touching the 1st string, so it doesn't matter too much if you do hit that as well. And if you're strumming it, it actually can be beneficial to hit that just a little bit, because I don't really want to hear that 1st string. So by hitting just a little bit, you'll actually mute it, so that when you strum it, you're not going to hear it at all. But it is good to practice trying to get that 3rd finger out of the way of the 1st string. Now, if that's a bit tricky for you, because it is quite tricky for a lot of people to get that 3rd finger bent back, then you can actually bar that 2nd fret as we were, then use your 2nd finger on the 4th string, the 4th fret, your 3rd finger on the 3rd string, the 4th fret, and then your 4th finger on the 2nd string, also in the 4th fret. It just takes a little bit longer to get into that position. So the whole thing now will sound like this. And on that B, using my thumb on the 5th string, my 1st finger on the 4th string, my 2nd finger on the 3rd string, and then my 3rd finger on the 2nd string. And we're basically doing that same fingering for all of these chords, except for the E chord, where our thumb moves down to the 6th string, and for that 1st E, we're not touching the 2nd string at all. So that's the first half of this progression. Now the second half sounds like this. So just adding one extra chord in there. So starting it the same way. So that E, to the A, to the E, to the B, and we're just moving to a C sharp minor 7. So another bar chord now. So barring that 4th fret this time, adding your 3rd finger onto the 4th string in the 6th fret, and then your 2nd finger onto the 2nd string in the 5th fret. And that's our whole chord progression. Now after that second half, every time we go to that C sharp minor 7, rather than doing the whole sort of riff at the start, we actually just halve that. So what we're doing, rather than going back to the E, is we're just hitting the 4th string, and then the 3rd string from that C sharp minor 7, and then going to the A. So I'll demonstrate that now, starting from the very start And I'll do 2 full progressions so that you can hear what it sounds like going back to the start from that C sharp minor 7. Small mistake there right at the end, but that's the idea there. And there we go, guys. So that basically just goes throughout the verse and the chorus. A few different stops and everything like that in there. But I suggest just playing along to the song and you can kind of figure out where those stops are. And where to put the different dynamics in too. So that's really where you're going to differentiate between the different parts with the dynamics, because that chord progression doesn't really change. Leave any comments or questions in the comment section below. Leave any requests down there too, and I'll try to get to most of them. Make sure to like and subscribe. I've got new lessons coming out every single week. It really helps to support the channel. Thanks for watching, guys. I'm Sam. I'll see you next time.